Welcome to the Spiritual Cafe, and today on Chat Time, Lorenda D is going to share with us something of her experience with the Lord.
I grew up in a Christian home and basically got saved as a very young little girl. I don't even know if I remember when I got saved. And I went to Bible college for a year, and then I kind of got away from God because I seen what people were doing outside, and I thought they were having more fun than me. So I started going out to clubs, and got involved with a guy that wasn't very nice. Went through a lot of hardship because I didn't follow God's plan for my life. Um, I was in an abusive relationship for 10 years. I got away from once I broke up with him and got away from him. I was experimenting with drugs. I fell in with a bad crowd, like really a bad crowd, because I felt useless and I felt like I wasn't worth much after being in a relationship for 10 years where I was told I was nothing and called a lot of bad names and sometimes hit and kicked. And it really lowered my self-esteem. But I came back to Newfoundland, and one night I walked into a church, and I knew God was going to do something with me that night, and He did. I went up to the altar, and when I got up, I felt like the weight of the world had lifted off my shoulders. And to be quite honest, that night I was at a point in my life. I was sick of the drugs. I was sick of the alcohol. I was sick of dating different men that were no good for anything. And I was to the point where it was either I was going to get saved, or I felt like either God was going to have to intervene and do something for me, or I was going to kill myself. I was at that point. I even pictured myself walking into the water outside the church where I was. And I knew that if God didn't intervene that night and take control of my life, that I wasn't gonna. There was gonna be nothing left. I was gonna kill myself, basically. But growing up in a church, I always had these thoughts in my head that it was wrong to commit suicide because it was murder, and so that was always the thing that stopped me from doing it. But I had reached that point where I was willing to do that, and I'm really happy that God seen fit to save my life and that He uses me. I think each and every day I want to be used of Him. He's done so much for me. He's given me a good husband, a nice home. I'm happy and I have the joy of God deep down in my heart. And I feel like even when things go wrong sometimes, I still got a joy because I know God. And there's nothing like the joy that comes from Him. Because even when you go through hard times, He's always there. And I'll never, ever in my life have to feel like I have to end my life. I'll never, ever in my life have to feel like I'm not worth living. And to any women out there that might be going through something where you're in an abusive relationship, you feel like you're not worthy, or young girls struggling with self-esteem. I've struggled with self-esteem my whole life. You are worth it, and God loves you with everything that you are. He created you, and He thinks you're special, and you are worth something. And He is there. All you got to do is ask Him into your heart. All you got to do. If it takes you falling on your knees and crying out to Him, He will answer your prayer. All you got to do is whisper His name, and He will take care of you. He loves you more than you could understand, and He wants to do good for you. The thing we have to remember is that God's plan is perfect. We stray from it sometimes because we think we know better when we're young. Every young person thinks they're smarter than everyone else. They think they're smarter than their parents. They think they're smarter than God, and they think they can bring their own path and do their own thing. But I'm here to tell you, you're not. As you get older, you'll see you really didn't know much when you were that age. But I've been there, and I can tell you, it's the wrong road to go down, and you're better off to stay in God's plan for your life and not have to look back and say, look at the years that I've wasted. But now I can honestly see, truthfully, that God has He's restoring the years. And that makes me very happy because I see things now that I'm doing in my Christian walk that really I should have done a long time ago, but God's restoring the years.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
That was good.
Yes, he is.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you very much for sharing with us. And hopefully the Lord can continue to be with you and you'll continue to be a blessing to others.
Thank you.